If you're feeling a mix of excitement, pressure, and I don't really know how I feel about this new year, this video is just for you. Today I want to talk about how to welcome 2026 without rushing yourself, without overwhelming expectations, and without feeling like you have to have your whole life figured out. Hi, I'm Shirley. Let's talk about something important. At the end of every year, guess what we have to look forward to? The next year. But I really want to dive into how we can welcome 2026. Not rush into it, not force it, not overwhelm ourselves with expectations, but actually welcome it. Because the end of the year isn't just a date on the calendar. It's a moment, a transition, maybe even a pause between who you were and who you're becoming. And I think we forget it's okay to take a breath there. This isn't a new year, new me video. This is a you're already enough, let's move forward intentionally video. I believe that somewhere along the way, we learned that we're supposed to rush into the new year. Rush with new goals, rush with added pressure, rush with lists of everything that we didn't do right. But here's something I want you to really hear. You don't need to arrive in 2026 exhausted to prove that you worked really hard in 2025. You don't need to be burned out to be worthy of rest. You don't need to be drained to deserve a fresh start. If 2025 took a lot from you, emotionally, mentally, physically, it doesn't mean you failed. It means you lived. It means you learned. It means you survived a lot of things that shaped you. And that counts for a lot. And realistically, you're allowed to enter 2026 softly. You're allowed to enter it tired, but hopeful. You're allowed to enter it unsure, but open. Welcoming 2026 doesn't mean having the perfect plan or knowing exactly what the next step is. It means giving yourself permission to arrive just as you are, without judging yourself for all the things that you didn't get done. Before we talk about the things that you want to bring into 2026, I think it's just as important to talk about the things you don't want to carry with you anymore. Here's a few things that you don't have to carry. The guilt of not doing enough. The pressure of timelines that never belonged to you. The version of yourself that stayed quiet just to keep others comfortable. The habit of explaining your boundaries. The belief that you have to earn your rest, love, or peace. Some things were only meant to walk with you for a season. Sometimes welcoming a new year isn't about adding more goals or expectations. Sometimes it's about choosing to move forward just a little lighter than you were before. And moving forward with gratitude. I think most people have the same issue as me. When I think about 2026, I think about New Year's resolutions. But it's time to start thinking about intention, about how you want your life to feel. Instead of asking yourself what you need to change, try asking yourself, how do you want to feel this year? Maybe you want more peace. Maybe you want more stability. Maybe you want to feel more confident or more present. You don't need to rush just because the calendar changes. You don't need to pressure yourself into becoming someone else overnight. You're allowed to move at a pace that feels safe and sustainable for you. This could also be the year where you start trusting yourself more, listening to your body, believing in yourself when something doesn't feel right, saying no with no explanations. Welcoming 2026 could be as simple as deciding to protect your energy just a little more than you did before. Welcoming 2026 isn't about a future version of you that feels far away. It's about noticing who you're becoming right now. Think about the ways you've changed this year, even if they're small. Maybe you don't react the same way you used to. Maybe you don't chase people the way you once did. Maybe you've learned when to step back and stop forcing things. That's growth. We often look for transformation to be loud or dramatic. But real change can show up quietly. It shows up in the boundaries you set, in the conversations you no longer want to have, in the way you choose rest instead of pushing through exhaustion. Welcoming 2026 is recognizing that you're not starting over. You're continuing forward as someone with more awareness, more self-respect, and more clarity than you've had before. And that matters more than any resolution. Welcoming 2026 doesn't have to be loud or symbolic. It could be as simple as letting yourself be present in those small moments and allowing the year to meet you there. You don't need fireworks or a big announcement to begin a new chapter. You just need the willingness to notice when it starts. And most of the time, it starts in ways you don't even realize at first. As we step into 2026, I want you to remember this. You are not behind, you didn't miss your moment, and you're not starting from scratch. You're walking into this year with experience, with lessons, with a deeper understanding of yourself than you've ever had before. Even if it doesn't always feel that way, that growth, it's already a part of you. You don't have to make this year perfect for it to be meaningful. You don't have to have everything figured out for it to be yours. All you really need is the courage to keep showing up honestly and the patience to let things unfold in their own time. So welcome 2026 in any way that feels right to you. Trust that where you are right now is enough for you to begin. If this video resonated with you, I'd love to hear how you're welcoming the new year. You could share a word, a feeling, or an intention in the comments. Happy 2026.